Hello everyone, Jamie out here with the hives. Got to do a hive inspection and I'm really worried. I'm not looking forward to it. We have been fighting small hive beetles like crazy. It's been horrible. I did make a big mistake by giving them too much space. I was afraid if they were honey bound that they wouldn't be able to raise enough brood, so I put an extra box on. And they weren't strong enough for that, and I also put in pollen patty for them as well. So massive small hive beetle outbreak, really terrible. A hive was absconding, was able to catch the queen, pull all the frames out, brand new frames with foundation in there, comb, and it was slimed out. So I had to totally change everything over, stick them back in there, and they've been doing good. So that's our first hive over here that's blue, our Phineas hive. And we want to get in there and look. So I think they're doing really good. So Tuesday, out here giving them a check late in the evening, our Furb hive, they were getting slimed out. I thought they were going to be okay in a 2 brood box hive. And again, it was just too much space. The top box looked pretty good. The bottom box, 5 frames right in the middle, they were slimed out. So I pulled those 5 frames, stuck them in a nuke box, threw those in the freezer. That was like the only thing I could do at that time. And now took 5 of the frames out of the top box that looked good, put them in there, and broke them down to 1 box. So now they should be packed in there, a lot more bees, and hopefully they're taking care of it. But it's a screen bottom board that has an insert, and when I pull that insert out, it is covered with small hive beetle larvae. So I think they've got some other hives that are, some other frames, excuse me, that are being slimed out. So this is really gonna stink. I don't know what to do with this. I don't think they're queen right. So they're going to be declining. I want to move them over and combine the hives, and that way they're gonna be really strong with 2 boxes and be able to support everything. I can't move a big problem over to the other hive if they're being slimed out. So the only thing I can do is either euthanize the hive or pull all the frames out and shake them off into just new frames that is just comb, that nothing that small hive beetles would like, and see if they can clean that up with some help over a week, and then be able to combine them like next week. So that's what I may have to do, or if they're in bad enough shape, I may just have to get rid of them. So I don't know. So we'll dig into that second hive and see what we got as well. I hope they're doing really good, but I really don't think so. So we're gonna have to make some tough calls on that one with what to do with them. So we'll get into the hives and we'll see what we've got. All right, we want to get in here and check our beetle traps, our beetle bait, and a really quick check on the hive, just to make sure the queen is laying now. She's been back in there with plenty of time when I had to switch out all of the frames because of small hive beetles. So yeah, let's see how they're doing. Now, in case there's a ton of small hive beetles, I'm gonna vacuum as hard as I can go. So let's see what we got. Not a whole lot. Swiffer sheet not bad, Swiffer sheet not bad. Underneath the Swiffers, beetles are caught. This Swiffer over here they haven't even touched. There's a beetle trapped in that one right there. I'm just swish it. Wow, they look good. Beetle bait, they ate quite a bit. The bye-bye beetle, but there's one. But it's not empty. This one, if you can see through the light, not empty. Let's check the traps. Wow, really good. Three. Putting it back in. Check the squish underneath the trap. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Really not bad. Let's look at a couple frames real quick. Ooh, I'm excited. They look good. And they are drawing out the comb. So there's nothing on it, but they're working on the foundation. Awesome. I see no beetles on the inside. Very good. We've got several right here in the middle. Yellow jacket. Awesome. Really good. Really, really good. We're going to look at one more frame and then we're going to button them back up. I don't see, this is all nectar and pollen. But I can't leave them open too awfully long. Some small hive beetles in here, there's quite a few. More beetles than I want to see, but I think they're handling them pretty well right now. They're doing good. They're working and cleaning everything up. I don't see any larvae and I don't see a queen, but we've got plenty of these. We'll put one of these, since it's still good, in the bottom. Good. Alright, too many bees. Pop is going back on. That actually wasn't too bad. Let's look at these traps. How is the trap dry and it's full of larvae and small fibers? What happened to the oil? This trap is full of small hive beetles. This trap is full of small hive beetles in the colonies. The Swiffer sheet's not bad. The bye-bye beetle, not bad. The bye-bye beetle over here, they're eating it. This needs to be changed out too. Oh, it is full of bees, no larvae of small hive beetles. Full of bees, no larvae. Watch out. Poor lady. Full of bees, no larvae. It's not exploding, they're getting rid of it. Awesome. I'm gonna combine them at this point. I mean, they look really, really good. I've got a few beetles, but they're maintaining. They're making honey. And bringing in pollen. I don't see any signs of a queen. I don't see the queen, and I don't see any signs of it, which I didn't before. But they're packed full of bees. I need to spend more time in here. I might have to go through them early in the morning next week. I'm going to keep feeding them, but right now, I can't leave them open that long. She looks really good. So, the bye-bye beetle, the bye-bye beetle, Swiffer sheet in the corner, Swiffer sheet in the corner. That would be trap. Trap. They're good. I'm putting them up. That is not a bad hive. We're gonna have to do some fighting to defend right now. Okay, I do have to, I'll show you this. I do have to go clean this. Not a whole lot of beetles and or yellow jackets. So what they're doing is they're policing the hives. They're doing good, the combs, and they're dropping them out on the bottom. Oh my gosh. Okay, so soaked up a lot of small hive beetles. What they're doing is they're forcing them down into the bottom. So they're cleaning the combs and they're putting all that larvae down there in the bottom. So I gotta go clean this off and stick it back in there. But right now, they're doing good. We're gonna keep them going. Okay, so just did an inspection on both the hives. And I have to say, I'm really happy. I'm really impressed. The first hive over here, what we call our Phineas hive, they were absconding before, so was able to catch the queen, clean all of the frames out. Everything was fully loaded with small hive beetle larvae. They were slimed out. Put them back in, so they're doing good. The queen's still in there. I didn't see her right then. I need to make sure we have larvae, but they're storing food. They look good. They're performing really well. And now in one box, there's enough bees to where they're patrolling and they're keeping the small hive beetles knocked down. I did vacuum quite a few out of there, more than I would like to see, but I think they're working on it well. There wasn't clusters of them. I didn't show the bottom board, but there wasn't clusters of them down on the bottom board to where they're having to chase them around or anything. So I'm really happy about that. They're doing good. This one, earlier this week, we checked it, what we call our furb hive, and the middle frames, I cut them down last week. They were totally being slimed out. I didn't realize that the top box looked good. The bottom box where the brood was at and where some honey was being stored was an absolute mess. So basically what I had to do was tear them down to one box. The 5 middle frames in the bottom box I pulled out, stuck in a nuke box, and just put that in the freezer. And just totally, that's the only thing I could do with the larvae and the amount, I mean thousands upon thousands of larvae that were in there. I just took the whole thing and put it in the freezer. So now I'm just gonna have to totally scrape them clean, try to recover some of that wax, but there's no way that can be used, so I got to scrape them down the foundation. Some clean frames that were in the top box, I dropped down to the bottom box, tried to shake all the bees in there as much as I could, and close it back up. And that has a screen bottom board, so taking the insert out of the screen bottom board, it was covered with larvae. So I'm like, oh crap, they're hatching out all over the place. And the frames are slimed out again, the comb, and they're falling down to the bottom. Well, when I opened it right then, after breaking them down, the combs didn't have any larvae on them whatsoever. And so what I hope is happening is, as these eggs hatch out and as the larvae start crawling around, the bees are policing them and dropping them down to that bottom board where there's oil underneath the hardware mesh. So they look good. I was trying to figure out how to either euthanize this hive or clean them up enough to combine them. I was really wanting to combine the two. But they're surviving. They're doing good. So I don't know that they have a queen. So I'm gonna leave them alone right now, because obviously after having them opened up, they're trying to do some robbing and that kind of thing. And I know I'll get comments about the Boardman feeders. The in-hive feeder where bees can't patrol above it was my small hive beetle penthouse, and they absolutely loved it. But right now with the Boardman feeders and the bees being able to patrol every place in the hive, they're doing a good job. It's working out for them. So man, I'm really happy that they look good and I don't have to try to destroy this hive. So still gonna need to figure out what I need to do with them. Still want to make sure they have a queen, or if they don't have a queen, I will combine them and be able to move those bees over to the colony, to the other colony, to make a really good strong colony, possibly 2 boxes deep, and being able to police the frames really well. So that's what I've got going on right now. Really happy and excited that they're being able to manage this small hive beetle infestation. And again, I've got bye-bye beetle in there, I've got Swiffer sheets and beetle blasters with a little bit of pollen patty as an attractant in the beetle blasters with mineral oil in there. And that's what I'm doing to try to help fight, along with the Grub-X and diatomaceous earth all the way around them on the ground. So far they're doing really good. So we'll check on them again and we'll see you later.